You're listening to Procurement 6, the weekly podcast from the team at Art of Procurement that summarizes this week in procurement in just 6 short segments.
Hi there, my name is Helen Mackenzie and today is Friday, September the 27th, 2024.
6.
Last week saw the annual Glittering Awards ceremony for the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply, and as a consequence my LinkedIn feed was full of people highlighting the great work that's been done. One post that stood out for me was about overall winners, grocery retailer Sainsbury's, which cited them as a fantastic example of what can be achieved through teamwork and collaboration. Now, I've been fortunate enough to have a couple of conversations with procurement leaders over at Sainsbury's, and their growth mindset and collaborative approach really stood out to me. From lunch and earn sessions where other team members shared what worked, to an attitude that looked at things that didn't go well, not as mistakes, but as opportunities to learn and improve, the culture really shone through. Whether it's the language you use at team meetings or the way that you respond when mistakes are made, there's lots you can do to make positive change, even if you think you're already doing well. So that's my tip for you today. What's the one thing you can do this week to improve the way your procurement team works so that, in the words of Sainsbury's CEO Simon Roberts, your team's dedication to reimagining what procurement stands for is shown in its fantastic results?
5.
In this week's Art of Procurement podcast episode, Philip Ideson spoke with Natasha Garevich, founder and CEO of Candor Procurement. Natasha has many years of leading change for companies like Nike, where she was their first CPO, Salesforce, McKesson, PayPal, Gap and Visa. She's got a lot of experience to draw on, and in the extract from the episode I've chosen for you today, Natasha explains what she thinks will be the number one driver for procurement success in the next few years. Let's take a listen and see if you agree.
I put a lot of faith into category management being a driving factor in procurement success for the next 5 years. My colleagues who drive technology solution for procurement may be upset with me, but I think that proficient category manager can make greater difference than super sophisticated technology tool. Yeah. I'll share with you why. Every company spends money. Where the money goes, how effectively they're used. Are they used with the right providers? Are we getting exactly what we paid for? All these aspects depend on if the category leader manages the category in a smart way. If the category leader understands the market in their specific spend categories just as good or probably better, just as well or better than the suppliers playing in that spend category? Are they proactive in understanding complexities of the categories and external environment, economic status, geopolitical factors, and how they will impact on that category? Does the procurement professional, i.e. category leader, works with a marketing or supply chain or HR stakeholders to be proactive in strategizing that, hey, these are the changes that are happening in the industry. Let's get prepared to that. Let's map them out against their business objectives and see if we have the most artful part, how to deliver a result.
I love the example Natasha used there to bring this idea to life, don't you? To listen to the full episode, go to artofprocurement.com/podcast or search for Art of Procurement and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, or click on the link in today's show notes.
4.
Procurement orchestration is increasingly becoming the preferred approach for teams who want to unify their processes with the rest of the business, improve their spend and risk management, and position themselves as innovators and strategic leaders. Here at AOP, we wanted to take a deeper look at at the approach different organisations are taking toward procurement orchestration and the outcomes that orchestration is having on their teams and the business. So we've teamed up with Oro Labs to publish a new research report. It's called Procurement's Orchestration Readiness, and it's currently available for download on the AOP website. We surveyed hundreds of procurement professionals on their perceptions about orchestration and how it's impacted their teams. The report summarises these results so that we can have a clearer picture about procurement's overall readiness for orchestration and the role it will play going forward. Now, we've uncovered some interesting insights for procurement, including where your peers and colleagues are on their orchestration journeys, how different procurement teams rank their priorities or values when it comes to orchestration, and how technology plays a key role in successful orchestration. So it sounds like a must-read report. Check it out by heading over to artofprocurement.com/resources or by using the link in today's show notes.
This is Procurement 6 from Art of Procurement. To get notified every time an episode is published, go to artofprocurement.com/subscribe. 3.
In our latest episode of AOP Introducing, I spoke with Thijo Cote, the founder and CEO of Airbase, about how his company is filling a critical gap in procurement, particularly for mid-sized companies and small enterprises. Now, these companies often struggle to find the right spend software that meets their needs, budgets, and plans for growth. It's a bit of a Goldilocks scenario for them, where the porridge is either too cold or too hot. Either their spend and purchasing software is too basic or for very small businesses, or solutions are expensive, complex and designed for larger enterprise. As Thijo explained to me, Airbase was founded to get it just right for mid-sized companies, providing them with user-friendly platform to bring together all of the complex workflows, from spend and purchasing to accounting and finance, all into one comprehensive unified platform for spend management. And in the episode, Thijo explained Airbase's origin story. It started in 2018 and how the company has evolved its offering for procurement since then, how Airbase is meeting very specific challenges for mid-sized companies and procurement teams, and how Airbase differentiates itself from other P2P SaaS solutions so procurement can choose the tool that's just right for them. Check out the episode and the blog post about our conversation on the Art of Procurement website.
2.
Big news here in the UK has been the collapse of construction company ISG, who fell into administration with 2,200 people paid off immediately. Now, two angles to this story stood out for me. First of all, a flaw that appears to be baked into the construction procurement process. As construction crisis consultant Abigail Hall highlighted in her opinion piece on the Architects Journal website, there's insufficient time and money estimated to actually deliver the job. Experienced and knowledgeable contractors are tendering so low that they're starting off on the back foot, with hopes that opportunities will arise to give them extra time and money. Food for thought for those of us working in construction category. The second angle is the impact of unpaid invoices in the supply chain, with hundreds of invoices set to be unpaid. Coverage on the BBC website referenced contractors in ISG's supply chains who are owed over £1 million. But regardless of the amount, the impact for companies waiting for money will be the same. While accounts payable isn't always connected to procurement, making sure suppliers are paid on time is an essential pillar to any process to manage relationships. And paying suppliers on time is an issue for procurement that doesn't seem to be going away. For the links to the articles I've mentioned, check out the show notes.
1.
Join us on October the 16th for a discussion with Richard Ham, CEO at Fine-Tune, on the complex relationship between procurement and revenue generation. Richard will join Kelly Barner to discuss the opportunities for procurement to contribute to revenue generation, but also some of the pitfalls they should avoid along the way. He'll answer your live questions about the pros and cons of strategies like retroactive auditing, rebase programs and contract signing bonuses, the advantage of taking early payment discounts and working with third-party partners, and how to avoid overspending when you're thinking about procurement's contribution to revenue generation. So register now by using the link in the show notes or heading over to artofprocurement.com.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back next Friday at 6 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. If you've enjoyed this pod, help us grow and tell your peers to search for Procurement 6 wherever they get their podcasts.